Hey there, everybody. I'm Key Kendrick. For years, security teams have been protecting traditional endpoints. So let's say laptops and servers. When something goes wrong with, let's say, laptops or servers, we instinctively look for malware, exploits, or maybe even suspicious binaries. But cloud has completely changed the rules here. In fact, in modern cloud environments, attackers don't need malware at all to make progress, and I have some data to back that up. So according to the CrowdStrike 2025 Global Threat Report, 79% of detections were completely malware-free. In cloud environments specifically, valid account abuse accounted for over 1/3 of incidents, as attackers increasingly rely on stolen credentials and the interconnected nature of cloud services and entities. So to understand why this happens, we need to look at how the cloud attack surface is built. Let's check it out. To talk more about the cloud attack surface, let's leverage this cloud stack. We'll start by looking at the workload layer. This layer is where virtual machines and containers are running your applications. This layer delivers huge benefits like elastic scaling and faster deployments, but there's a trade-off. Workloads are ephemeral and they're deployed automatically. That constant change makes malicious activity easier to hide. On top of the workload layer, think about the orchestration layer. Orchestration layers consider things like Kubernetes. And Kubernetes is how you control container communication and scale. Orchestration enables resilience and scale, but it also is complex and fast moving. That makes it a high value target. Here, attackers can steal service account tokens, they can abuse misconfigurations and move laterally between pods or even break out to other underlying nodes. The next layer on top of this is the cloud control plane. The control plane is where APIs in the management layer is used to provision and control cloud services. This is where things like IAM roles and permissions are defined and permissions are granted. And it's all accessible through APIs without ever touching a workload where endpoint sensors live. Attackers target the control plane because it enables stealth, persistence, and even scale. And it helps them live off the land, abusing native capabilities instead of deploying tools. In fact, our latest threat hunter report saw Genesis Panda heavily involved with the control plane. They weren't just targeting the cloud, but building their operations inside of it, living entirely in the control plane to bypass the workload layer. When you step back, the cloud attack surface isn't just bigger, it's fundamentally different. So visibility into this stack or attack surface is fundamental to modern CNAPPs, which is a must to address both risk and breach prevention across the cloud stack. And that includes providing CDR provided by the CrowdStrike Falcon platform, which covers each of the 3 layers of the stack.
Get a deeper look into how CrowdStrike is the CNAPP vendor that not only provides insight into cloud risk, but also stops breaches in the cloud.